Go.
Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I know I'm a couple days late. I might even be a couple dollars short. Yeah, I'm a couple dollars short as well. Last week we were talking about having the strategy, which most people have. You can watch 1,000 strategy things on YouTube and pick one you like. You probably won't go wrong. There's thousands of dice sets. There's 1,000 ways to practice. But it's the mental that we were talking about last week. It's the mental. I was on a Carnival Cruise and I sat there and saw the all tall small for the very first time. I've never seen the all tall small. My casinos that I was going to didn't have the all tall small. I was very, very intrigued with the all tall small. The reason why is because if you get the all, it pays 130 to 150, somewhere around there, to 1. So if your minimum is $1 on that bonus, if you make it, you're going to make back $150. So it's pretty good odds. And people call it a sucker bet. I quickly found out on the Carnival Cruise that time that is not a sucker bet, because I'm the sucker that makes it every single time. Not every single time, but close to it. And it all had to be with the way you were throwing it. The tables on the Carnival Cruise, they're really different than anything I've ever experienced. They're almost kind of like a basketball Astroturf kind of, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. It might be because it's seawater, I don't know. I've never seen another one like the one on the Carnival ship. And I've been on 2 Carnival ships, and they're both identical, so I guess that's the way it is for every Carnival ship. I'm not positive, but that's what I'm thinking. So I found that, and so I would sit there and put minimum across, and of course, that was years ago. I do not remember what the minimum was, but it wasn't bad. So it was either $5 or $10. And then you could put $1 on the all tall small, and I don't think they ever had a maximum, but most people do have a maximum. Most of them it's like $25 or $50, because if you can hit that, you're going to sit there and bankrupt the casino real quick. So I would sit there and lay my line out, put some money on the all tall small, and I couldn't do it. And it was disastrous, at least for me, because I'm like, I don't know why I can't do that. Why is it I can't do that? So as the crowds would move in and move out, a lot of times I was playing by myself. It was just me, 2 dealers, and that was cool. I loved it. So what I found out, if I do the all tall small, $5, and if I pick the 6 or 8, I could roll until I got my all tall small without any problems whatsoever. So I would kind of scratch my head at it. I would sit there and say, well, if I just pick one number into the all tall small, I can roll for days. But if I load up everything, can't do it. So I logically thought about it, and the only thing I could come up with is that my mind was saying, that's too much money there. You need to put that back in your pocket, and I'm not going to allow you to roll. That's the only thing I could come up with. Because once I sat there and picked the 6 or the 8, again, roll for days. I do 3 or more, couldn't do it. And sometimes when you're against the wall, your strategy is perfect, your practice throws are perfect. The table at the casino is no different than the practice table that you are using. But when you get to the casino, you just can't put it together. You just lose money. No one ever talks about the mental part of it. It is mental. A slot machine is not mental. It has a little bit of skill. You have to know what denomination to play and how much to play. And it's got to fit within your bankroll. That's the only skill truly slots has. But table games, on the other hand, are completely different. Even Brian Christopher, that does the slot channel, will tell you, I don't play table games. The reason why is because it takes more than just a person hitting the button. And he has played table games. He has done very well at it. And I think we'll see Brian Christopher playing more table games. Hopefully one day he'll play craps. I haven't ever seen him play craps, but I think that'd be pretty cool. So if you're there and you have all the ingredients, you have strategy, you have money until it runs out, you've got the dice throw, but you just can't bring everything together. Go down on your bet and see what happens. Instead of laying them all across, just pick one number. Just pick one number, pick minimum, and see if that doesn't help you. Because it made tremendous difference on me. So then once I noticed that, then I started increasing it at levels that I could handle. When I go to any casino, any new table, I can't sit there and say, oh, 300 across. Couldn't do that. Once I set my point, I know for sure I'll hit a 7. Because I am not ready mentally to do that. Even the bone thrower will sit there and say, don't sit there and put it all out on the line the first go. Never do that. There's another dice guy that says the same thing. That's because it's mental. That's the mental part that they are talking about. You have to mentally do it. Some people have it without ever thinking about it. I'm not for sure where you lie. I don't know, where you're at as far as your crap strategy and everything else and winning money. But that was like my last little thing I had to overcome. And after that, as long as I keep my head somewhat in the game, somewhat disconnected from the game, because we don't want the brain to really know what we're doing, it was perfect. Everything was perfect. So sometimes think about it. When is it that you lose? When is it that you throw wrong? When is it? And eventually you'll sit there and go, well, it was my throwing. It was my throwing causing me to lose. Or it could be my strategy. I had a stupid strategy. I was putting $100 on 4 and $100 on 10, and I wouldn't make anything. Yeah, that would be a pretty stupid strategy unless you threw 4s and 10s on command. So that's something I want everyone to think about. When you do lose, and you have to point your finger at one of them, I mean, the biggest thing you have to do is point your finger at yourself. But exactly where? Because once you get past that, then that's when you start winning. And like I've always said, it's fun to win money. It's fun to play craps. But if you're playing craps, you're not winning money, it's not fun anymore. That's what I want everyone to experience. If you've never experienced a whole table chanting at you to sit there and roll whatever number, you're losing out, because that's just incredible. And then when you can sit there and throw it and everyone gets paid, except those people that are on the don't, and they should be on the don't, that's just amazing. It's a great adrenaline rush. It's fun, it's exciting, it's exhilarating, and then you can sit there and say, well, that was fun, and then go off and do something else. But no one ever talks about the mental game. No one ever says, prepare your mentalness for the game. But it is a true facet of the game. But no one ever talks about it. Like, share, subscribe. If you've had experience with that, put it in the comments for everyone to see. If you don't want to do that on Facebook, if you give me one day, if you don't want to do that on YouTube, give me one day, I'll put it on Facebook. And then you can sit there and share your comments and thoughts with everybody that's on Facebook as well. And again, if this Dice Hitters on Facebook. If you want to contact me, it's dicehitters@gmail.com. It's Thanksgiving, and I want to be thankful for this channel. Thankful for the person that's holding the camera and recording. And I'm also thankful for, I got a great family, great business. Everything is really good. One thing that you guys might not notice, well, I did sit there and shave, and I did sit there and take some hair off as well, but I'm within like 8 pounds of losing 100 pounds in 1 year. Everyone goes, well, what kind of diet are you doing? That's the thing, it's not a diet. It's a foreverness. People go on these fad diets, they lose the pounds, and then they bring it back. I'm not going to bring it back. I'm not on a diet. I'm on a lifestyle change. You say, what is it? If you want to know more information, just email me. I'll sit there and send you all the information you could possibly need. But it's a lifestyle change. And as we're getting closer to the year, if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, I need to do whatever. December's coming up. New Year's coming. Do something for yourself. Take charge of your life. Do something good for yourself. And if you do, let me know. Boy, I'll tell you, I'll cheer you on all the way. Have a good one, guys. And I won't be in Vegas until, I think it's going to be 2 weeks. I think it's going to be 2 weeks. Next week I do have a poker run that I'm running. If you're in the Arizona, if you're in the Phoenix area, you know, if you want to do a poker run, just sit there and email me. I'll give you the information. And I think it's only like 25 bucks. It helps if you have a ATV or a side-by-side, and even your passengers can play. But that's with the Black Canyon City Chamber. They're doing tickets for it, and we're going to split the pot. So it's 25% for the high card, 25% for the low card, and then 50%, the rest of it goes to help people for scholarships in our small town that we have here. But anyhow, I want to hear from you guys. This is my channel, but it's also your channel as well. And I just want to hear from you guys. And like, share, subscribe. I think we're getting very close to, to breaking, closer to getting to 1,000. But that's what I want. My goal is 1,000. Once we hit 1,000, I'll quit asking. But 1,000 would be tremendous. If you look at the Facebook page, people are talking about the synthetic tables that are in Phoenix or the Phoenix areas. Take a look at those. There's some good craps playing here in Arizona, and we don't have to sit there and leave our state and go to Vegas if we don't want to. But then, of course, Vegas is Vegas, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Have a good one, guys. Later.